And now on to project invoicing. For me to start project invoicing in Beyond Software, I would actually start in my console, project transaction pending and build console, to make sure everything that's billable is ready to go. We'll take a look at consoles in more depth later, but right now I'm using this to verify that everything that should be billed is processed in the system. I can take a look at this project and expand the details. And here I can see 33 hours entered against this project, but I can see my billable hours is 0 and my billable amount is 0. In the journal type, I can see these are all pending timesheets. That indicates to me that these timesheets have been entered, but they haven't been approved yet, therefore they can't be billed yet. Right from the console, I can jump directly to the timesheet, and I can either approve it if I have access rights to do so, or I can send a note to the person who should be approving it using the send function. Send function is another system-wide feature that can be used almost anywhere to quickly send a note to another resource on a particular topic or on a particular screen. So I can select who I'm going to send this to, and I'll note, this is a high priority. I'm getting ready to bill, and it's due today. So I will send this off. I'll take a look at jump back to my console and take a look at another project. And I can see a number of these are posted expense reports, a lot of other pending timesheets, but these are posted expense reports. Now I can see these have costs. So I can see on this project I have 213 hours billable for $16,000 waiting to be billed. So if I'm ready to build this particular project, I can go to Projects, Project Invoices. I'll select my project. And then based on my invoice date, I'm going to invoice as of the 9th. I can click Update Detail, and it'll populate my detail grid with any billable item that hasn't been billed yet for a date less than or equal to my invoice date. So this will bring in all my billable units, the amount. At the bottom it'll show me a summary of billed to date, what's currently billable, anything that I might be writing off. Select Save on this. If there's a particular item that I don't want to bill, I can always unselect it and save it for later. Or if there's something I need to write off, I can simply write it off on the fly here. Again, if I'm happy, I can save again. And I can preview what this is going to look like. The invoice is still pending, but I can already take a look at what my invoice is going to look like. So if I print my project invoice, I'm presented with a couple options on whether I want to display the quantity or rate or not. I can click View Report. Now the invoice is displayed to me. And for this particular one, since all the items are reimbursable expenses, and that's the only level of detail I selected, this is what's displayed. And close out of here. And if I'm happy with it, I can post it and then print it for real. You also have an option of actually playing with the different formats. Maybe on this particular invoice, the customer's requested a more detailed layout. So I can one-off select one of the other invoice formats and see how it's going to look with this particular detail set. And now I can see a much more detailed version of this invoice in case they're requesting a more detailed breakdown of these expenses that were being billed. The invoice itself can be printed to a printer or exported. I can select Export this report to a file, and I'm presented with a number of export options, including popular formats such as Adobe PDF or Excel.